Hello Pioneers, in the last episode of our Satisfactory series, we unlocked the Tier 9 milestone matter conversion, building new production lines for fixed-site ingots, trigons, and crafting our first biochemical sculptor. This episode, we're tackling the AI expansion server, unlocking the Quantum Encoder, and setting up production for neural quantum processors and superposition oscillators. With its high complexity and power demands, we'll need a careful factory design to succeed. Let's get building. We have this blender now that's making our biochemical sculptor, and although you can't see the space elevator components, that is the first component out of 4 for our space elevator components. Or I lie, that's actually the second one. The first one is nuclear pasta, which we're already producing over there. Between episodes, I hunted down some summer sloop just to shove this machine in there so that it can double output. And we're going to put all that output just in here. We've already made 80. Now the volumes for the space elevator for these first 2 components are 1,000 each. So it's going to take like 1,000 minutes because it only produces 1 per minute. So it's extremely slow, but we have plenty of work to do. At the end of the previous episode, we unlocked this second thing, which is quantum encoding. It unlocks a bunch of new stuff, but ultimately we're trying to produce these superposition oscillators and these neural quantum processors. We need those to unlock the next milestones. You can see this one needs the superposition oscillator, and this one requires the neural quantum processor. And I just cursed myself before by saying quantum computer, and now I'm making a quantum computer. Excellent. So let's have a look at the process that's involved. So the neural quantum processor requires time crystals, supercomputers, fixed trigon, whoa, so many fixed trigon, and this new excited photonic matter. What is that? That is made in a converter out of nothing. Okay, it's excited photonic matter, that makes sense. It's light turned into matter. Okay, sure. And then dark matter residue, what is that? So when we make this neural quantum processor, it outputs also dark matter residue in this new building, this quantum encoder building. Oh, crazy. And then we got this superposition oscillator, which uses dark matter crystal, which is made from diamonds and that dark matter residue, okay, into a superposition oscillator, which is basically all of this stuff. Okay, fair enough. So the superposition oscillator also uses the dark matter crystals, not crystal oscillators again, alclad aluminum, and excited photonic matter. Does it use a lot of this? 5? Oh, God. We might have to do a whole separate system for this. All right, cool. So I suppose we should just get things started with the neural quantum processor, right? That would be the first thing that we want to make. And that is made also in a quantum encoder. So that's a new building. And we're going to need this excited photonic matter. So we need a big area to do this because it's a bunch of buildings and machines that feed into one another. So we might kick off a new area somewhere. I'm just deciding where. If we reserve this space to make future particle accelerators, we can fit like 2 or 3 this way, so it's not a problem. We could probably start a new section here, although this thing is in the way now. Oh God. My drone station's in the way. Where can we start a new factory in this current setup? I suppose there's no reason the drone station needs to go there. We could use the top area here as the drone station. So we might either move the drone station here. So we'll start it, say, here. I knew we would have to move this drone station. I knew it. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, it'll be this edge tile over here. So we're going to remove these stairs. Or we can keep the stairs. We'll just remove 1 tile. So probably from here. Nice. We don't need 2 drone stations. I might just do this 1 at a time. So we need a new drone station over here. And which way does it face? That way, okay. I mean, they can hang over the edge like this. I don't really mind that. That way we've got extra piles on this side to do stuff. Yeah, I'll do. Just that way we can open up this tile so I don't have to change where my stairs are at. And now these... Can I dismantle this drone port? Is the question. I can. What happened to my drone though? Let's just build a new one. We're going to call this diamond drop-off. So this one is going to go to diamond pickup, and diamond pickup is going to go to diamond drop-off. Okay, we need power now. Try and figure out where the nearest power pole is. Probably still over there. We'll do something like this, and then we'll get power poles going across. And we have power going into there. Now we can get rid of some of this stuff. Now we still need the diamond going up there. And we still need fuel. So we've got to reroute the fuel. If you're enjoying the video and you want to support Data Engineer Plays, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any feedback or suggestions, feel free to share them in the comment section. The fuel was coming out this way, so we want to get it coming out this way now. Almost. Need a little bit of bridging help. But we should be able to get it in here. And then straight in here. That looks fantastic. Alright, cool. So we've got fuel, we've got drones. We should be able to get something going. Drones heading off to pick up some diamonds. Fantastic. Now we can get rid of this section. And all of this fuel. I have no doubt we're going to need more drones to transport some stuff. So that's why I just set it up in an extensible manner. Now I bet I have some diamonds. Can I put it in here? I don't have any diamonds. What happened to all the diamonds that I picked up? Whatever. Now this needs to go into the sky and link to here. So let's figure out whereabouts that is. Around there. Let's get a guiding thing out. Not that far. About there. Now we can cut this belt. Oh, it's already cut. And we can just link this, and that should be the diamond belt. And the diamonds are currently feeding into this thing to make time crystals. Alright, fantastic. Let's cut some of this sky bridge. Alright, our factory is going a little bit crazy with all the belts if we look out this way. But that's fine. But with that area clear, we should be able to now add a new factory section here. Like this. And does it cut into here? A little bit. I think we can live with that a little bit, I think. It cuts in just on this corner. Now, I feel like because we need matter conversion a lot, and let's have a look at this new building. The new building is a Quantum Encoder, and it's absolutely massive. Holy moly, look at this thing. Should we just build out this way to do this entire process instead of making it a factory style? Is my only question. Let's have a look at the volumes. So this needs to make 3 things. So we're going to need like 3 of these, and I doubt we can ever make more than 1 of these. So ultimately, we're trying to make the AI expansion server. I'm going to run the maths for all this, and then we're going to figure out how many buildings we actually need, because they all interlink. I've got the build volumes. It's a little bit sketchy. We're probably going to need to expand a lot of our production, but basically this quantum thing is pretty crazy. It makes like AI expansion server. 1 can make 4 per minute. We obviously don't need 4 per minute. So I'm going to clock it down to 0.25 because the requirements to make 4 per minute are insane and we don't want to do that. So we're clocking that one down to a quarter to make 1 per minute, and we only need, I think, 250 or something to actually complete the thing for the objective. So we'll just go with that. Now it will generate 25 dark matter residue as a byproduct. That's fine, we'll deal with that in a second. To create that, we need 1 magnetic field generator, which I think we're already producing, and then 1 of each of these new components, and also 25 of that excited photonic matter, which is not a problem at all. Now, to make the superposition oscillator, 1 can make a lot. I think 1 can make 5, but we don't need to make 5 because we don't have all the stuff to support that. I think if we clock it down to 0.4 and go for 2 per minute, 1 of them can go to the AI expansion server and 1 of them can be spare for storage. I'm sure it's being used in future buildings and stuff like that, so we probably need to have a little bit of excess. So that'll create 50 dark matter residue, 12 dark matter crystals, 2 crystal oscillators, 18 aluminum sheets, and 50 excited photonic matter. That's what we need for it. A lot of that shouldn't be a problem. Maybe we need to expand crystal oscillator production again, but we'll do that if we need to. Dark matter crystal is a new one. We'll cover that in a second. Next is the neural quantum processor. Now this one doesn't produce that many, so we'll have to clock it to about 0.66 to make 2 per minute. And that'll make 50 dark matter residue, 10 time crystals, 2 supercomputers, 30 trigon, and 50 excited photonic matter. This is all going to be an issue, especially the 30 trigon, because that's a lot of trigon. So we might need to expand that production. To make the rest of the stuff, we're not going to need the converter for the dark matter residue because we have plenty coming out of this process. We've got 25, 50, 50, 125 coming out, which is enough to, we need one entire particle accelerator just to get rid of it to make 30 dark matter crystal, which is actually oversupplied for this stuff. So we either store it or bin it or something, that's fine. And then we just need one converter. So we basically need one of every single one of these machines for this process. So I'm going to build to that. I don't think we're ever going to need to expand on this. So we'll just lay 5 machines sort of next to each other, then go from there. I think. One converter, one particle accelerator, yeah. So it's just going to be out in the open, I think. We're just going to go build in that direction. We're just going to use this area and we're just going to keep going across, I think. That's plenty of area to build in, so let's get started. Alright, fun days. So the first thing that we need pretty much for all of it is one converter to make the excited photonic matter, 200. So let's just start with that on the left. Since that requires no input whatsoever, we'll just chuck it down right here. We'll output it that way, and inputs can come in from this side. That makes the most sense to me. Now, if I just plug this in, does it just start working? This is the most random thing ever. We can do a power system like this. We'll just put it to the edge over here. And then we'll hook in power, I guess, just from here. This is as good a starting point as any, right? Alright, we should have power in this one now. And this should be just producing 200 excited photonic matter, and I believe that's a liquid. So we actually need a pipe system for this. So I'll set up a pipe system somewhere. Where to do it though? Thinking we just do it like this. And then that pipe will just go across and supply the excited photonic matter. Let's just check that's, yeah, that is definitely going through pipes. Apparently excited photonic matter is a liquid, even though it says it's matter. Well, I suppose matter can be liquid or solid. Is that all set up correctly? Yep. All right, that's our first ingredient down, nice and easy. Our next item on the agenda gets a little bit more tricky because we need to start making, well, the AI expansion server will be last. So I think the next thing probably will just be a quantum encoder to make something. Let me have a look. Now all the inputs for this, we can do it underneath or we can do it facing this way. I'm just trying to think. If we give a little bit of room for the pipe to turn, then we can do a pipe of stuff. I feel like facing it this way is the way to go. And how long is this thing? Yeah, it goes all the way to the end. So this is pretty much where we want to put it. But this is it. This is our new building, the Quantum Encoder. So we're going to make the neural quantum processor first. So we'll get power to it. Then we just want to do the inputs. The inputs are a little bit weird. Why is there like one that's just there? So it's got 3 physical inputs and a liquid input. The liquid input is just going to be the excited photonic matter. The physical input is going to be a little bit more complicated. Let's put 2 as the production target so we know how much we need. Let's start with the time crystals since they're right here. Where are my time crystals being produced? Just up here, right? Yeah. So we've got 5 of these machines consuming all of the diamonds to produce 30 time crystals. I feel like I need to put a sign here somewhere. So time crystals, we're producing 30, and for our neural quantum processor, we want to be using up 10. Okay, that's okay. So we've got 20 available. That's fine. That's good, I think. We'll probably need this volume at some point. So we just need to route it over. At the moment, where is it going? It's going out here, so we need to probably get that done a little bit better. This is a splitter already, so if we replace this with a smart splitter, like that, is it still flowing? Did I just see something float? Let me just double check it's still flowing through the smart splitter. No, it's not going through this one. There we go. Now it's going through again. That middle one is going to be overflow, but mostly we want it to go this way into here. So we need like a sky bridge across to transport stuff along the edge, which is going to be along here. Let me just think how I'm going to transport stuff. We'll use this input as the first one because it's coming from this side. But how high do we want to go? That's already using the second level, so I guess we'll use the third level and the middle lane, I suppose. Yep, this is all just going to be bespoke because we're only supplying one of each of these machines, so we don't need to overthink it too much. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's 4. I'll get there eventually. 1, 2, 3. That's not right. So it's 4 up. What am I doing? We'll get there eventually. Alright, that's to get everything onto the third level. So we'll go backwards. So we essentially want it here somewhere. What level is this thing on? Third level? Yeah, third level. Alright. If we do it right on the edge, we should just be able to lift it down, right? That looks terrible. Now we need to lift it down to the right level to meet this thing, which is like around there, I'm guessing. Is that straight? Almost. There. And that should get time crystals across once I set the thing. So we want the right to be any. There we go. That should be the main input now. So that's one material down. Let's make sure that's going in there. Yep, we got time crystals. All right. Next thing is going to be supercomputers, of which we need 2 per minute. Let's go over to have a look at how our supercomputers are doing. So our supercomputers, we have an extra 1, but we need 2 per minute. So we're going to go grab our summer sloop out of what was making all the assembly directive stuff. We had a lot of summer sloop over here. We don't need our assembly directives being crafted at some ridiculous rate anymore. And therefore we don't need our modular frames being crafted at some ridiculous rate either. So we've got some spare summer sloop. And with that spare summer sloop, we're going to go over and put it into our supercomputer machine. And we're going to like, it's just going to be permanently in there now, because we need that processing power and we definitely don't have the input to support a second machine. So that's definitely going in there. Wow, it doesn't even have enough computers to support this machine. What's going on with my computers? Let me quickly troubleshoot and I'll be back. I have no idea what's going on. It's like we don't have enough quartz, but we should definitely have enough quartz. So I'm just going to go quickly to my quartz mine and just check it out. Might need to put some power slugs in there. Either that or just the one tractor's not keeping up, which we can resolve by adding a second one. I don't know. No, we've got infinite quartz over here. Just my tractor is for some reason not doing stuff. Weird. I don't know. It was really weird. It was just stopped outside the station. I think it was just glitched out. I don't think it's actually broken, but we'll let that resaturate itself. But anyway, given enough time, that should resaturate itself. Let's go back to our supercomputers and we'll assume we have enough. So I'm going to take this full production number now, 3.75. And 2 is going to be used for the neural quantum. Oh man, these things have such crazy names. I don't even remember them. It's the neural quantum processor is using 2 now. So 2.75 should have 1 additional left over for storage purposes. Fantastic. We just need to get the supercomputers over there. I believe supercomputers are already being shipped over. I can see a belt that goes across. So let's just go downstairs and bring it up somewhere. We'll figure out where the best place to bring it up is. We might be able to split it off somewhere nice and conveniently. So anything that needs to come out of the floor, we don't want to put walls here, but we want it to be able to like just come out to the edge. The easiest way would just be to do that, but I kind of want a footbridge, so I might just do this. Just raise it a little bit and then bring it down. And it needs to go through the floor here, so we need to put a conveyor hole, and then hopefully we have enough subfloor to deal with this. And now we've got to figure out where the supercomputers are coming through. Luckily for us, it's right here, and then it's going where? It's turning there. So if we just cut it off somewhere here with a splitter, we should be able to pipe it straight in quite easily. It's too long. And that should get supercomputers in. I know we're not producing supercomputers, but I'm hoping that will resolve itself real soon. Let's just go quickly check on that tractor again. Yeah, we've got plenty of quartz. I don't see what the problem is. I don't know why I just stopped delivering quartz for a while. Really weird. Yeah, now everything's producing quartz crystal again. Slowly saturating through. Okay. Really weird. Now it seems to be working. We'll keep checking in on it intermittently to see if it's not broken. The next thing that we need is a trigon. So trigon is going to be a big issue. Let's go see how much we're producing and how much we have spare. Wait, first let's go check what they're currently being used for, because isn't trigon already being pulled over here? There's like no trigon in here. Which means this thing's not producing anything. No, all the trigon is being put into here. So this thing's consuming 40 trigon per minute. We're not even producing 40 trigon per minute. So basically that thing's eating up every single trigon. Let's go write it down. I'm pretty sure I'm only producing like 30 trigon or something. Either that or the drone's just not keeping up. Either that or my trigon's just not producing at the rate that I think I'm producing it at. Let's go have a look. So these dark matter converters, oh, they look like they're struggling for reanimated SAM. Yeah, these aren't even producing properly. What? We need 120 SAM per minute. And we've got all our SAM producers over here, and they're all maxed out. Oh, no, I didn't upgrade these belts, did I? Silly. There we go. That should now be getting all the SAM out. Make sure all this is Mark 5. That's still Mark 4. It doesn't need to be Mark 5, it just needs to be 480, but I might as well just upgrade it all to Mark 5 while I'm here. There's no way I'm getting through those rocks. I've created a wall of death for myself here. But there's a SAM. That's Mark 5. That's all Mark 5. This belt is not. But that should almost take us to the truck stop. And we'll just upgrade this lift to Mark 5. Check this truck stop. Yeah, we got infinite SAM in here. So we definitely should be producing the right amount of SAM now. Let's go check. Let's just redo our maths real quick. So with these four, we're producing 120 and fix-it ingots using 120. Yeah. And let's just have a quick look at these and check that they're all working. Yeah. They're slowly making their way through the manifold. Okay. So everything's working. It's just not very efficient right now. But in theory, all of this should start working now, and they're making 30 fixite ingots. Fixite, it's not fix-it, fixite. And we're using 90. 40 of those are being used for that part 1 processor. I'll just say project assembly 40 because I don't remember what that part is called. Man, they've all got such crazy names now. But then we want to use another 30 for the neural quantum processor. So we're actually okay on trigon. In fact, we should have 20 additional remaining. So we just need to pipe the trigon across to the other side. Now we can use the drone that's all the way over there. We can use a new drone, or yeah, maybe we can just use a new drone to do this because it's already in that drone station. But then will this drone be able to handle all of that? I don't trust it. Let's just use a belt. Good old-fashioned belts never let us down. So over here it's being split. If we bring it out somewhere, we can take it from here, we can take it from anywhere and bring it through the subfloor and bring it around the side this way, we should be able to get it onto the other side. We'll just follow this path since it's already an established path. So I think I'll just bring it through a wall. Makes the most sense. Yeah, let's just get it through a wall. Keep it simple. Do something like that. I mean, that seems insane. Is that in? I don't trust it. Let's just do it this way. Yes, it goes through the sign, but it's fine. Now we can get it out one of these walls. And we just got to make sure that it is doing the right overflow. So the right is the overflow and the left and the thing is any. Then that should get all the excess trigon out. Now this excess trigon needs to go down here somewhere. Is this a free path? It is. It's going to go down there. Let's remove this. We'll get a lift going down and we'll have it hug the ceiling over here. Think like this. Put our OH and S railings in. I know we're towards the end. I'm getting a little bit lazy with my cleanliness and expandability, but that's fine. So we want to get it here somewhere. And there's like a pipe in the way. So we probably want to get it like here, ideally. So if I get it into the center first, then I can turn it along here. Now we'll get it across the road. Along here, and we'll turn it here. Using the center tile. Or use the edge tile, actually. No, we'll use the center tile. In case we need to bring other stuff later. Now we'll get it into this weirdly leveled level. And we should be around where we want to be. Let's come up and see where we are. Yep, we're getting close. Let's bring out something to bring this down. So we know where we're going. So we need a conveyor hole here. Click that in. We'll face it this way. And in theory, that should just line up with this at some point. Ah, no, there's a thing in the way now. We'll just give it a little bit of a turn and another turn. Now things are getting real messy. And we'll just click it in there. That looks reasonable. It looks terrible, but reasonable. Can we get this turn slightly better? I think we get this turn slightly better. There we go. That looks slightly more reasonable. Alright, cool. We got fix-it trigons coming through slowly now. Let's have a look at what else we need to make this thing. We just need the excited photonic matter now. So with that, we just need to bring it from here. So we'll cut the belt over here a little bit. And we'll turn it out this way because this pipe needs to basically follow everything across. Should we just get it going underneath? Yeah, we'll go directly underneath. That's the whole point of a pipe lift. So this thing generally will let you go right beneath a belt. 1, 2. So we go there. That should be a 90-degree turn. Nope, doesn't like that. Do that. Don't know why I didn't like that before, but whatever. Then we'll get the pipe going right down the middle. 1, 2. And in theory, if I just put one like somewhere here, we should be able to just do that. And that should all be right angled. Fantastic. Now we just need to get that in here. Someone said I should do the junction and then like redo the pipes in case it causes glitches, but I'm lazy. And something like that should get the excited photonic matter in. There you go. And we are making our very first neural quantum processor and dark matter residue. So there needs to be a pipe to deal with all that dark matter residue at some point, but we won't worry about the outputs for now. Check it out. Our quantum encoder is a whirring to life. How cool does it look? It's encoding quantumness into something or other. And we are making neural quantum processors. Man, it seems like really weird early on over there we're making AI limiters, and now we've just gone completely 180 and just gone, alright, let's like make quantum AI now. Very interesting. But that's our first item down. Now, the next thing that we need to make, actually, I'm going to put this, there's no point putting this into a box without having the full process, because it's not going to make anything. Actually, change your mind. We can do this. We can put a storage container here while we're working, so it can like output some of this stuff, because we need some of this stuff to unlock things. And we can use an industrial fluid buffer over here. Oh man, this thing is huge. How about just a regular fluid buffer then? And pipe that in here. Alright, that's our first challenge down. I'll just come and flush this every now and then when it's full. But at least we're getting some of these, and we can use that to unlock our next thing. We need 100. Now, we should probably put some signs in before we forget what we're doing. Over here, let's put a sign in. I don't even know if there's any space for signs in this build. So this is excited photonic matter. And we're producing 200, I believe. And the quantum... Wait, what is it called again? Neural Q-proc is using up 50. So we've got 150 available. Copy the sign. Chuck one here. We'll paste that in, and we will change this thing to be neural quantum processor. And we are producing 2 in theory. Available should be 1 because we're going to be using it to make the AI EXP server, and that should be using 1. And we should have 1 spare in theory. Everything in theory. Alright, let's see if this thing is actually continuously producing. It looks like it's okay. Cool. We can even clock this up for a while, I guess. I don't know what it's going to be using up, but we'll clock it up to 100 while we're waiting, and we'll clock it back down later. Now, we can work on our next bit. So we've got to build another one. And is that lined up and right next to each other? Yes. And this thing is going to be making the superposition oscillator, I think. Yes. So confusing. Alright, cool. So, have I got this the right way? Yep. It requires the photonic matter. Okay, so let's just increase this belt out a little bit. Sorry, this pipe, I should say. And then we'll get the pipe in first, because that's easy. Fantastic. We'll get some power to this thing so we can watch it work while everything happens. Nice. That's 1 down, 3 to go. We're going to need crystal oscillators. Alright, I'm going to clock this down to 0.4. Sorry, 40%. I was like, whoa, did I do all my maths wrong? Yeah, that's going to be making 2 per minute. Now we need to put in the rest of the stuff. Okay, so starting with the dark matter crystal, we're going to make that next door in a second. Then the crystal oscillators and the alclad aluminum sheets. Okay, the aluminum sheets are just downstairs over here, so there's got to be some way to bring them over. In fact, didn't we drill a subfloor when we mistakenly tried to put them into here for transport? So we should be able to go into that subfloor and just drag it all the way over. Let me quickly go do that. I believe it's these. And, well, that's not looking like a very clear path. We can do something like this, and then this is looking like slightly clearer path. I'm going to drag all this over to the other side of the world, and I'll come back and talk about it when it's done. Alright, I'm putting the lifts down. I believe both are going to come from downstairs, as are the crystal oscillators. But we'll bring this over here first. I believe that one just goes there. So this is the... Oh man, there's like rocks in the way just to challenge me some more. Okay, that's fine. I like a challenge. Many rocks in the way. Trying to find out where the belt I just dragged is. I believe it's this. Oh, we're actually pretty close. Alright, dragged it all the way to the rock. I need to drag it kind of past the rock or through the rock or something to get it to... Where am I trying to get it to? Okay, I've dragged it way too far. I'm trying to get it to there. Want to get it into here. So we'll go backwards from here then. And I believe that should get one of the materials up. Let's have a look. There you go. There's your aluminum sheets. I'm going to go write down the numbers before I forget. I'm sure we're producing enough, but we might need to expand the aluminum sheet production. But ages ago, if you remember a few episodes ago, we made our aluminum ingot belt Mark 5. So we shouldn't have any issues with aluminum, but let's go write it down. Make sure we have plenty. It uses up 18 aluminum sheets. So that's for the Superposition oscillator. That uses up 18. So we should have 27 remaining. Fantastic. Now we're going to go check the crystal oscillators. I'm pretty sure we might need to expand the crystal oscillators. By some miracle, I have 2 spare crystal oscillators, you reckon? 2 is a lot to ask for. Oh, I have 2 spare crystal oscillators. Wow. Lucky I did all that expansion before. So we need to add in this one. Superpos oscillator is going to use up 2, and we should have a surplus of 0.5 in theory. Oh, you know what sucks about this whole production stopping? Now all of those super oscillators need to go and fill up those computers all over again. That computer manifold that has 100 of each. I'm actually going to help it out a little bit because I screwed this up. I believe the oscillators is the unmarked one. I'm going to take 8 of these because this is the overflow, right? So it shouldn't go into here unless there's spare, and I don't care about the overflow because we've got plenty. And I'm going to go take it into the computer manifold, and I'm going to help it out by just chucking it in here. Otherwise it's going to take so long for all of these to fill in, and we're never going to be making computers, and we're never going to be making supercomputers, and everything's just going to be horrible and terrible for a long time. But if I fill this in, then there should be plenty of overflow now. Then go back in and put these back in a box, because these crystal oscillators turns out to be the MVP late game material. Crazy. Alright, with crystal oscillators existing, we already know that they're coming out to the other side, I believe. Aren't they? I swear they were. Yep. So they're already coming out to the other side to make something or other. So we just need to peel it off at some logical position and go the other way. And that logical position is probably around here somewhere, because I can't even tell which belt is which at this point. That looks reasonably clear to me. So we can do it like, say, here. Do a splitter like that. Doesn't need to be priority or anything. Can just evenly split between whatever it's trying to make. And then we'll just get it out. What is this thing doing? Hate how I always screw up this ceiling mount thing. There you go. Now it should be working. Get a straight belt all the way to the other side of the world through this splitter. Oh, good lord. I picked the wrong lane for this. That's alright. It's not fully clipping. Not that I care if it is clipping or not. And it goes in right here. I can't even select this thing. That's crazy. Yes, let me select this thing from underneath. Wait, what? Something's wrong. 1 second. That's not even the right hole. What am I doing? Alright, let's get it through there. And let's get a correctly input hole there. And then we should be able to grab the crystal oscillators and put it into here. I'm not even looking at what I'm doing, but I'll assume I did that correctly. Why is this lift facing this direction? Oh my god, I hate that. Are crystal oscillators going in? Have crystal oscillators gone in? Yes, some have gone in. Rightio. I'm gonna assume that's working. It's very hard to verify because crystal oscillators are so damn slow. But that's pretty much everything except for the dark matter crystal, which I'm not going to do right now because that's made from all the residual dark matter. So we're going to leave that for now. It's not going to produce anything, but we'll get working on the last one. We might as well put all 3 of these together because we're all going to be together, right? Putting in another one, and that's going to make the actual AI expansion server. It's going to be clocked to 25% to make 1 per minute. And 2 of these components are nice and easy. The third one is also nice and easy. It's the magnetic field generator and excited photonic matter. Okay, fine. I say it's nice and easy, although the inputs are a little bit backwards. So we'll get that going first, as usual. And then we'll figure out a way to get these outputs into this input. That's one down. We'll get some power to it. There, look how beautiful. 3 quantum encoders. Hard at work. We've got one in. 2 of these are easy, and then the third one is sort of easy, but not that easy. So we'll get another belt going like this. Wait, it's the magnetic field generator, which is being produced on this level. So let me figure out how I'm going to get that over. It's kind of challenging, but we'll figure it out. One of these is the magnetic field. It's not the new one, is it? That's not the magnetic field generator. Magnetic field generator was this one that we were producing in much surplus. 1 per minute. And this one's clocked at half. We were producing like 1.5 per minute for some reason. Let's just get this clocked at the normal rate, because we only need 1 per minute. So at the moment it's going out into the space elevator, I believe. But we don't want it to do that anymore. We kind of want it to go out this hole over here. If I punch it out this wall up the top, I think that is almost at the right place that I want it. We're going to take some clever engineering here. We want it to go here first, and we want it to go up, then we want it to go here. Then we go out the door, and we need to bring it onto this. Like that. Looks nice. Yep, and we just follow it back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. That is definitely not long enough. Oh, it is long enough. Perfect. That is a beautiful 90-degree turn, and that is our second item in here. Now, these other 2 items are just these 2 items, so let's just figure out how we can route that in. I mean, we can just go overhead, right? Like this. We need to calculate how many it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Is that like full clearance above everything? I think so. If we go 10 up, we're good. Now, I'm going to just put this into... Is this thing storing stuff? It's stopped making stuff. Why? Because my fluid buffer is full, obviously. But that won't be a problem for much longer. You know what? We're just going to stop this from trying to store now. So immediately when it comes out, I want it to go into a smart splitter. And then one is going to go underground, and the overflow is going to go this way. Sorry, not the overflow. The main input is going to go this way, and then the overflow is going to go into somewhere else. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, does that clear? Oh, it has a little thing that goes up. I didn't give enough room for that, for the animation. Oh, no, that is way too far. Okay. We're going to have to do this via a temporary ceiling to help it out. 1, 2, 3, 4 high is actually okay. Let me stand on this and see if that's okay. Let me just put some roof on, see if that's okay. It's okay until it expands upwards. So let's just not be stingy and just do 5 high. So we need this to go up here, and then we need some help over here. So I need it to go like, say, here. Is that a straight looking belt? We'll remove this roof at some point, but we basically need a roof that goes along here, and then that needs to go out there and touch that roof and go over here and meet this belt now. Ugh. There we go. Now we need to tell it that this is the main belt, and one of these is going to be overflow at some point. All right, cool. Now we're going to have to do this one. So we can position it exactly the same spot, and then we can just change the... we can change where it comes out. So immediately into a smart splitter, and then in this one we'll use the right as the main one, and then one of these can be the overflow. I haven't decided yet, but at least that way it won't sort of be right next to each other. Okay, I kind of did this wrong. Let me get rid of that belt. Put a belt this way. Then this first one is going to go into the first one. And the second one is going to go into this second one. Ah, it's long enough. Nice. And that's it. That's the 2 new components routed in. Let's get rid of this helper foundation thing very carefully so we don't accidentally delete stuff. Get rid of this helper wall. Nope. Almost deleted a cable. There we go. That looks alright, doesn't it? And it doesn't clip over anything. And that should get those 2 components in. Obviously, we need to get super oscillators working, and that needs dark matter crystal. Alright. This fluid buffer is just pointless. It fills up like almost instantly. Okay, so to get this thing working, we need to start making the last component, which is a particle accelerator that makes dark matter crystal, and it's also going to get rid of all of that dark photonic matter. And it requires SAM? No, it doesn't require SAM. SAM was if you were trying to make more dark matter for some reason. I don't know why you would ever need to. But let's get ourselves a particle accelerator going. We're just dropping these new buildings like they're nothing now. We'll do something like that. Because the input of this particle accelerator is going to be diamonds and dark matter residue. We'll just do it like this. So the dark matter residue is coming out of all 3 of these. So we need a pipe that can handle all that. So let's get rid of this now. And let's set up a proper pipe system. I feel like I need another row of tiles for this. And it's going to go through the rock. But it is what it is. It's going to go through the rock. Because I kind of want to start the pipe from like here. Put a dummy pipe in. Then we want to take all the dark matter residue out of all 3 of these quantum encoders. Surprisingly, it doesn't clip through the cliff. The cliff is just a feature of our build now. And we want to chuck it into the particle accelerator. Now this particle accelerator should consume all of it. And we're going to make a dark matter crystal. We'll get a power pole going somewhere, wherever it comes out, like here. That's powered. We're getting all that spicy dark matter residue in there. Now we just need the diamonds. 30 diamonds is asking a lot. So at the moment, all the diamonds that we're making are being put into these to make time crystals. So we're actually not making any more diamond. And how many diamonds are we actually making? Let's go over there and check it out. So each of these is making 30 diamonds, and we want another 30 diamonds. Oh, that's going to be hard. We can fix it with summer sloop. If we just double one of these with 4 summer sloop is probably the easiest way to do this. Otherwise, we have to decommission our coal mine or set up brand new infrastructure. Because these 2 are already like fully capped out, right? Yeah. I can't overclock this anymore. How's our coal mine doing? 240. 120. I'm just wondering if I can eke out 600 out of this. What do you reckon? Like, we don't need this coal mine anymore, but it's such a nice legacy product that I don't really want to get rid of it. So 240 plus 120. 360. Let me do some maths real quick. Alright guys, here's what I've done. It's a little bit crazy. So I've upgraded both miners to Mark III. This one is now supplying the 360 originally required for that coal mine over there, because I'm a little bit sentimental and I don't want to decommission the coal mine, even though it's producing like 1,000 megawatts of power or something compared to our 40,000 now. How is our power doing? Yes, we're getting very stable power. Our max consumption is going a little bit crazy. Even our orange line is getting a little bit scarily close to our thing. So we're going to need to keep a close eye on that, because once we turn everything online, we got to make sure we have enough power to support all that. If we don't, we need to go to our nuclear power plant and expand it first. But that's fine. So with that, we've got a free one with 600. So we should be able to take this free one with 600 somewhere and go pump it into another particle accelerator. So I'm just going to punch it this way. And then we're just going to make more stuff this way. I think that's enough for a particle accelerator. Just dropping particle accelerators like they're free. So we'll do it in line. And then we'll figure out a path for this thing. Is the maximum straight? That looks straight to me. No, it's not. Where is it? It's like here. It's like an awkward position. 1, 2, 3, and one more. There you go. Then we get that in. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we get that in. There you go. There's another 600 coal. We copy this particle accelerator and paste it here. We should be making, well, once we power it up. Yeah, my power situation. But we should get another 30 diamonds out of that. We just need to pipe it out to our drone and get it to our diamond thing. That way we can get the extra 30 diamonds we need for this process without having to create new infrastructure. Hopefully our drones can keep up with that. Seems like it's doing alright. Do we need a jetpack for this? Alright, jetpack it is. Alright, with that, we should be getting our 30 diamonds that we need to put into this particle accelerator. And the drone station that's getting the diamonds out is right there. It's going up like that. That's crazy nonsense. Oh, where can I do this cleanly? There's like nowhere clean I can take this over. I can split it with more skybridge and then bring it down. Seems like the most reasonable thing to do, to be honest. The longest skybridge ever. But where is even the input for this stuff? It's here. It's on this tile. Which is around this tile. Why am I not using my EM thing? My hover pack? Get some scaffolding across. The crazy things my hover pack has allowed me to do. You know, none of this would be even possible without a hover pack. This is all because of, yeah, all this bad design that I'm doing right now is all because of the hover pack. So basically over here, we want a splitter. We'll do some good design here. Oh, I can't put a splitter underneath things? What? Why can't I put the splitter underneath? Alright, let's try just putting it here then. So I want a splitter like this. It's just slightly one tile off. And then I should be able to put a splitter here. And get that split that way. And that's straight. Where's my diamonds though? Is this drone like too slow to keep up? It's got fuel. Diamond drop off. This port, diamond drop off, diamond pickup. Yeah. Status is exclamation mark. I'm gonna assume that it's just too slow. I have no idea. But anyway, let's just assume that it works. It's my fuck. Well, like everything I'm doing right now is just, let's just assume it works. But it is what it is. My two statements. Let's assume it works and it is what it is and I'll fix it later. There you go. That's done. I'm going to get rid of this. We can leave the long skybridge part. Or we don't have to get it going all the way out. But in theory, once diamonds do arrive here... Look, a drone came. Alright, diamonds did arrive and then they instantly get... Because they're all being consumed, there's never going to be any surplus. Why is this drone so slow? Why can't it just like go and get more diamonds now? It's like not continuous production. It's fine. We'll troubleshoot volumes later. We might need like maybe a second drone or something. I have no idea. Do you just build more drones? Is that how it works? Can I just build a second drone on here? Let's just test that. It might break everything. No, this one already has a drone assigned to it. But the other one doesn't, but it doesn't have any fuel in there. So, does it know to refuel? I don't know. Maybe I need two drones going back and forth. Who knows? But all I know is now I have diamond in here and this particle accelerator is already starting to work and making dark matter. So we need to get the dark matter back into here, into this machine. So the clearest path for that is going up 1, 2, 3, 4. And going up 1, 2, 3, 4. And just straight in. Easy. Look at that. Perfect. Dark matter crystals go in. superposition oscillators come out at the right clock speed. Now, oh wait, it's not as easy as that because there's going to be too many dark matter crystals. I need a sink for this. I did say I needed a sink for this. So we'll get a smart splitter going. Then we'll get it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's perfect. And then we need an overflow out into a sink. So we can just put a sink right here. Let's not clip it where we don't need to. Give it a little bit of room. And the right is the overflow. Sink needs power. Fantastic. That should be the entire system up and running, I think. Is that it? Are we making AI expansion servers? We are indeed making AI expansion servers. I don't know what to do with them yet, so they're going into a box. And that's it. We're making AI expansion servers. That is the next component that we need. And hopefully everything will work properly. Now these oscillators and stuff, I need to put them somewhere because, yeah, we need them, right? So hopefully they get continuously produced right now. And I don't know what to do with them yet, so I might just overflow them into a box next to them for now. Something like this. So the overflow in this case is straight. And the overflow in this case is to the right. And hopefully we should be getting some extras out. This thing is indeed producing, well, we've got to clock this back down to 2 per minute. This thing hopefully is producing 2 per minute, and then any extra is going into here. But it's going to take a while, right, to saturate this entire belt and going into here. Yeah, there's already 38 in here. We can steal some from directly in the machine if we need to. And this thing is working non-stop. Fantastic. Getting rid of all my dark matter residue. Is the pipes fully full? Are you guys clogging up on dark matter residue? Not really. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're fine. All right, fantastic. I think we're done. We are done. All right, cool. That was actually surprisingly easier than I thought it would be. That's 3 AI expansion servers making our next space elevator component. And we have gotten some oscillators and some neural quantum processors spare. It's going to take a while to get the 100 that we need to unlock the next milestone. So between episodes, I'm just going to do some hunting for maybe some summer sloop and just basically do some troubleshooting, make sure everything's functioning properly. We're going to make sure our supercomputer machine is now fully working. But I'll do that all on my own time, and we'll leave the episode here for now. The supercomputers is indeed working. We are now fully saturated with computers, so we are making our 3.75 supercomputers per minute, so we should be all sweet on that front. Yes. So we've done well. We've added another component and another... Whoa, look at this. They've got lights beaming into the sky. We definitely do not want to be covering these things when we make our final factory, because these things are super pretty. Making quantum processors apparently creates an aurora borealis into the sky. That's all for this episode. If you don't want to miss out on what's coming next, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks for watching.